Lifechangers starts now. We're talking to Betty and her children, Morgan and Ariel, who are battling an addiction to something we've all tried. That's sugar. Now, ladies, I think you need some serious help. Do you agree with me on this?
Yes. Agree.
All right, so I have called in a top dietitian I know to start changing your life right now, and she is really good. Welcome, Rachel Beller. Thank you so much for coming in. We got some work to do here, yeah?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and I understand you've been tracking this family's eating habits for 2 weeks?
Have been.
What'd you find?
What I found was actually pretty horrendous. And I thought I've seen everything, and this was a shock to my mind. The analysis was insane. There's just so much sugar being consumed between the three of you that it's a death sentence. It really, really
Give me the caloric breakdown of just one meal, like breakfast.
We have 1,360 calories,
wow,
which is unreal. Nearly 60 grams of sugar. Translating that's 15 teaspoons. That's the equivalent. Just imagine 15 repeated teaspoons of sugar.
And all that fat, too. There's a lot of fat.
And fat and carbs. Ooh. And sodium. There was nothing looking good, and there was absolutely nothing sweet about it.
Let's go over Ariel's eating as well. What's she doing one day?
Ariel, one typical day shocked me. 5,000 calories.
Oh, Ariel.
And it wasn't just about the calories, it was everything else that came with it. And sweet little Morgan, you're so sweet. One day, typical 327 grams of sugar.
Oh my.
That translates into 80 teaspoons of sugar.
How much sugar does, or I guess should, the average family eat?
The average person consumes about 30 to 40 grams of sugar.
She had how many?
327.
So 10 times the normal amount of carbohydrate intake.
Dr. Drew, off the chart.
Off the chart.
Off the chart.
What are these guys looking at if they keep eating like this?
A death sentence. We're looking at diabetes, we're looking at high blood pressure, we're looking at cancer, we're looking at inflammatory conditions, and I could sit here and go on and on and on.
Are you ready to change?
I am ready to change today.
All right, well, I want to know that you're good for today and every day that follows, too, because today might be a little easier than tomorrow, so it's a lot of work, and we're going to go right at fixing that now, because I don't want to see your family end up like your mom did, who died far too young. Rachel has a plan for you guys.
There are 3 things I want you to focus on initially, and one of them is portion control. We're going to discontinue the liquid candy, and we are going to get to know our sugars. Those 3 things.
I always warn people, and something I experienced myself, which is when I go from high carbohydrate, I've got kind of a carb thing myself. I feel you. Mm-hmm. And when I go from that, I try to restrict it all of a sudden. Yeah. I literally think to myself, wow, this is what my heroin addicts complain about. I'm irritable, agitated, yes, desperate, I can't sleep right, I'm craving all kinds of stuff. I mean, you really, for about 3 to 5 days,
yes,
it's not good. When does that stuff settle down?
It'll take about 2 weeks for it to taper down. But you have to hang in there, and you have to keep your eye on the ball. What am I after? I'm after a better life. I'm after kicking all these diseases, just getting them away. And the influence. I mean, you guys are so beautiful. This is really going to make a change.
But Betty, you're going to feel like crap for about 2 weeks. You up for that? It's not easy.
I know it's not going to be easy, but I have to do it for my family.
All right, what are the last 2 tips?
And the last tips are liquid candy. Basically, get rid of that soda and the little juices that you're drinking. It's just sugar, 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 and that's not negotiable. That we are going to do cold turkey.
And the third?
And the third one is going to be to get to know your sugars. They're on boxes. There are different kinds of sugars disguised under different names. There's fructose, there's glucose, there's lactose, there's maltose, there's honey, molasses, and it goes on and on. I'll teach you all of this.
But especially the OSEs we got to watch out for.
The OSEs, exactly.
Watch out for OSEs. Okay, thank you, Rachel.